Finally tonight, archaeologists in Egypt made a groundbreaking discovery this week under ancient sands. Emerging from deep underground and far in the past, a sarcophagus sees light for the first time in more than 4,000 years.
Oh, that's a fabulous one.
Ancient Egypt is known as one of the coolest civilizations in history, with its famous pyramids and well-preserved mummies keeping its memory alive. Even though folks have been digging around Egypt for ages, there's still a ton of stuff waiting to be found. From Egyptian embalming secrets to some really strange burial practices, here are the 9 weirdest things they've dug up in Egypt lately. And man, some of them are mind-blowing. Exploring ancient Egypt is like peeling an onion. The more we dig, the more layers we uncover. One of the most fascinating layers is how they worshipped their gods. In 2022, in Egypt's Berenike, an ancient port on the Red Sea, archaeologists unearthed an intriguing find, a 1,700-year-old shrine. Inside, they discovered 15 headless falcons arranged on a pedestal, alongside a stone monument depicting 2 unidentified gods. Adding to the mystery, a pillar nearby bore a cryptic warning: "It is improper to boil a head in here." This curious discovery has left experts scratching their heads. Detailed in a paper published in the American Journal of Archaeology, the team also found a 13-inch iron harpoon nearby. The purpose behind the falcon's decapitation remains unclear. But the question is, why on earth would anyone need a sign reminding them not to boil heads in an ancient Egyptian shrine? Like, did they have a problem with that back in the day? Imagine the scene. "Hey, Amen, what's for dinner?" "Oh, just some stew, but let's make sure we leave the heads out of the pot this time." Seriously, what's the story behind that quirky warning? Got any wild theories? According to archaeologists, it could be a form of devotion to the shrine's god, resembling sacrificial offerings from ancient times. Further adding to the intrigue, another chamber in the shrine contained a stela with Greek inscriptions echoing the peculiar warning about boiling heads. The stela depicted 3 deities, including Harpocrates of Coptos and 2 enigmatic figures, one with a falcon head and the other a goddess with a distinctive crown. Perhaps these artifacts were part of a larger offering to these mysterious gods, although much remains uncertain. Alright, so check this out. When you think of mummies, your mind probably jumps straight to ancient Egypt, right? It's like they go hand in hand. So it's not exactly jaw-dropping to stumble upon mummies during digs in that area. But get this, there's this one mummy that's got everyone buzzing because it's wrapped in freaking gold. Can you believe it? Gold. And not just for show, but because the ancients thought it could channel the divine. Believed to be the remains of a man named Hekashepes, this mummy is touted as one of the oldest and most complete non-royal corpses ever found in Egypt. The discovery took place in Saqqara, just south of Cairo, where 3 additional tombs were unearthed. Among them was the resting place of a mysterious secret keeper, and the grandiose burial of Khnum Jadef, a priest and noble supervisor. And get this, he's not just any mummy. He's chilling in a sealed stone sarcophagus buried deep down a 33-foot shaft. He's all wrapped up in layers of gold leaf, hugging him like a warm sunbeam. Talk about a bling-bling afterlife prep, right? With a snazzy gold bracelet and headband, Hekashepes was ready to roll into the great beyond in style. The ancient Egyptians weren't just about the flashy gold, they really believed it could hook them up with the gods. So, when they prepped this dude for the afterlife, they went all out. This mummy's been kicking around for over 4,300 years. And so, what other secrets do you think Hekashepes' golden adornments hold about the afterlife beliefs of that time? Did they really think he needed to impress the gods with a golden fashion statement? Tell us in the comments. Guess what? A mind-blowing discovery just hit the headlines. At the Saqqara necropolis, archaeologists stumbled upon not 1, but 2 embalming workshops, the biggest and most complete ones found yet. And get this, they weren't just for humans, they catered to animals too. Could this just be the beginning of even more jaw-dropping finds at this ancient site? The team didn't stop there. They also dug up 2 tombs from different historical epochs, along with a boatload of cool artifacts. One workshop was all about mummifying humans, complete with stone beds and plaster. Tools, pots, and ritual vessels littered the place, giving us a glimpse into ancient embalming practices. The other workshop, probably for sacred animals, boasted mud walls and bronze tools. Now on to the tombs. Ne Hesut Ba, a big shot from the Old Kingdom, had a tomb fit for a king, literally. Decorated facades, hieroglyphics, and scenes of daily life adorned its walls. Meanwhile, Menkabir, a Kaddish priest from the New Kingdom, had a rock-cut beauty filled with statues and hieroglyphs. But wait, there's more. In a related development, scientists have unveiled the substances and mixtures ancient Egyptians utilized for mummification. German and Egyptian-based researchers examined organic residues in 31 pots, discovered from the ruins of an embalming workshop. And you won't believe what they found. Turns out those crafty ancient Egyptians had a whole arsenal of tricks up their sleeves when it came to preserving their dearly departed. They used things like juniper, cypress, and cedar oils, plus resins from pistachio trees, animal fat, and beeswax. It's pretty cool to see what they were up to back in the day. Ancient Egyptians had some seriously bizarre funerary practices. Not only did they mummify humans, but they also mummified animals like cats and crocodiles. Plus, they buried miniature figurines to serve the deceased in the afterlife. But in order to have a voice in the afterlife, you needed to be equipped with a golden tongue. Yep, you heard that right. Not long ago, in the ancient cemetery of Kiwaisna, located roughly 40 miles north of Cairo, Egypt, archaeologists uncovered several ancient tombs containing mummies with gold tongues in their mouths, dating to various periods between 300 BCE and 640 CE. In some of the mummies' mouths, a number of golden chips in the form of human tongues were found in a poor state of preservation. Several mummies were also discovered with gold on the bones directly underneath their linen wraps. Some of the gold chips had been molded into scarabs and lotus flowers. Additionally, the team found funerary amulets, pottery, glue, and tar used in the burial process, along with the remains of wooden coffins and several copper nails. Initially, archaeologists were puzzled about what these golden tongues represented, but today we know the motive behind these shiny accessories. It is thought that the dead were given gold foil amulets shaped like tongues so that they could speak before the court of the god Osiris in the afterlife. Ancient Egyptians believed that Osiris was the lord of the underworld and judge of the dead. So what about those who weren't privileged enough to have a golden tongue for the afterlife? Did they face a silent eternity, unable to plead their case before Osiris? Or could there have been alternative methods for them to gain favor in the underworld? Let your imagination run wild and share your thoughts below. Did you know that in ancient Egypt, nestled within the bustling artisan community of Deir Medina, researchers stumbled upon an extraordinary discovery? This vibrant town thrived from 1550 to 1070 BC, where skilled workers meticulously crafted majestic tombs fit for Egyptian royalty. Amidst this historical backdrop, something truly remarkable emerged: the remains of women adorned with protective childbirth tattoos. These tattoos, found on 2 female mummies, held far more significance than mere decoration. One of the mummies bore a tattoo depicting a bull and Bes, the Egyptian god revered for safeguarding women and children, especially during childbirth. Another mummy, scrutinized through infrared photography to preserve its delicate wrappings, showcased a tattoo featuring the Eye of Horus and an image of Bes wearing a crown of feathers, alongside a zigzag line likely symbolizing cooling waters used for pain relief during childbirth. These tattoos served as ancient pleas for protection, invoking the benevolence of Bes to ensure the safety of both mother and child. Just imagine the tales these tattoos could tell. They offer poignant reminders of the profound beliefs and practices surrounding childbirth in ancient Egypt. From invoking divine protection to symbolizing rituals for purification and pain relief, these tattoos provide a glimpse into the fears and hopes of women facing the uncertainties of childbirth in antiquity. So, the next time you marvel at ancient artifacts, ponder the stories they whisper about the human experience across the ages. Much like a never-ending storybook, Egypt keeps revealing its secrets, captivating us with each turn of the page and leaving us eagerly anticipating the next chapter in its fascinating tale of antiquity. In 2015, while digging around Abu Sir, archaeologists struck gold, or rather, tombstone. They stumbled upon the resting place of Khentkhawes III, a queen lost in the annals of Egyptian history. Who would have thought? She's believed to be the wife of Pharaoh Neferefre, also known as King Raneferef, who ruled Egypt around 4,500 years ago during the 5th dynasty of the Old Kingdom. The tomb contained artifacts that provide insight into Khentkhawes III's life, including utensils made of limestone and copper. This discovery sheds new light on the 5th dynasty, known for its architectural innovations and complex social structure. The 5th dynasty was characterized by the construction of solar temples dedicated to the sun god Ra. Most rulers of this period built such temples, demonstrating the importance of the solar cult in Egyptian society. Additionally, the formalization of government and administration led to a more efficient bureaucracy, with high offices no longer restricted to royal family members. This democratization of governance resulted in more detailed documentation compared to previous dynasties. The discovery of Khentkhawes III's tomb adds to our understanding of this intriguing period in Egyptian history. It reveals aspects of daily life and burial practices, enriching our knowledge of the 5th dynasty. This finding underscores the ongoing significance of archaeological research in uncovering the mysteries of ancient civilizations. Working in archaeology or paleontology must be an exciting and rewarding profession. There's always something new to discover, and in the process of making discoveries, you find out more about the world as it used to be. However, it's not every time you search for artifacts that you stumble upon an entire ancient city buried below the surface. This is exactly what happened in 2021 when a team of Egyptian archaeologists made an exciting discovery just north of Luxor, where they uncovered what they're calling the Lost Golden City of Luxor. It's believed this ancient metropolis was a hub for crafting decorative items like pottery and furniture, dating back to the reign of Pharaoh Amenhotep III. During Amenhotep III's rule, Egypt experienced a golden age of prosperity and power. This pharaoh, known for his abundant statues, ruled during a time of peace and international influence. His son, Thutmose, passed away early, leading to his second son, Amenhotep IV, later known as Akhenaten, taking the throne and eventually shifting the capital to Amarna, away from Thebes. Akhenaten's reign was marked by religious reform, as he introduced the worship of Aten and challenged the traditional polytheistic beliefs centered around Amun. The recent discovery sheds light on this era, offering insights into the city's industrial activities and the lives of its inhabitants. Excavations have revealed a plethora of artifacts including pottery, tools, and even inscriptions detailing events like the Hebsed festival. With ongoing exploration, the archaeologists hope to uncover more mysteries, including untouched tombs filled with treasures, adding new chapters to Egypt's rich history. Back in the 19th century, when everyone was obsessed with ancient Egypt, researchers were digging around in the Great Pyramid trying to uncover its mysteries. Fast forward to today, and we're still making incredible discoveries. Recently, thanks to some advanced technology, archaeologists found a massive hidden corridor above the pyramid's entrance. Imagine a 30-meter-long corridor hidden within one of history's most iconic structures. It's like something straight out of an Indiana Jones movie, right? Some experts think this corridor was built to relieve stress from the pyramid's structure. Others believe it might lead to a yet undiscovered chamber filled with ancient treasures. But here's the real twist. Was this corridor part of the original design, or was it an accidental addition? What do you think lies within this enigmatic chamber? Ancient relics? Royal treasures? Or maybe just a couple of mummified cats enjoying their eternal slumber? And what on earth was it used for? I don't know about you, but I'm itching to find out. Unraveling this mystery might take a while. In the meantime, let your imagination run wild. Could there be more hidden treasures waiting to be found? Drop your theories in the comments below, and let's explore this mystery together. Alright, let's talk about something that's both ancient and astonishing. Fayum mummy portraits. Ever stumbled upon a selfie from the past? Well, Fayum mummy portraits are kind of like the ancient Egyptian version of Instagram. Painted between the 1st century BC and the 3rd century AD, these portraits were attached to mummies of the deceased, showing us not just a face, but a personal story. They bridge the gap between the living and the dead, showcasing hairstyles, jewelry, and fashion that scream trendy. If you were living 2,000 years ago, that is. Now, these weren't your average run-of-the-mill death masks. No, sir. Each portrait was painted while the person was alive, capturing their essence in vibrant colors on wooden panels using encaustic, wax, or tempera, egg-based paint. It's like capturing a moment on canvas, freezing a glimpse of someone's soul for eternity. Artists back then really knew how to make a statement that stuck, quite literally, right onto the mummy. But why do we care so much about these old pictures? Well, they're a direct connection to individual lives from an era shrouded in mystery. They help historians and nerds alike put a face to the tales of ancient times. Plus, there's something undeniably cool about seeing how people wanted to be remembered long before the age of digital cameras and social media. Reflecting on these discoveries really makes you appreciate the complexity of ancient Egyptian culture. It's like looking through a window into a world filled with mystery and intrigue. Who knows what else we might discover beneath the sands of time? If you have any thoughts or questions about these fascinating finds, feel free to share them below.